All right, bang. Today is Thursday. It is May 7th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Before we get going here, I want to talk about part of my cheesesteak. If you're watching the game working late or just too lazy to cook on a given night, there's one call to make. It's part of my cheesesteak. We're talking thinly sliced steak, melted provolone, mouth-watering cheese sauce, all loaded up on a perfectly toasted hoagie roll. This is a legit heavy hitter cheesesteak. And if you really want to do it right, grab the Big Cat Combo, cheesesteak, fries, and a drink. That's a complete meal. It's available nationwide, and it delivers easy. Game day covered, late night covered. So stop overthinking dinner. Order part of my cheesesteak right now and use code AWL for free delivery on partofmycheesesteak.com. All right, I'm joined in studio by Connor Burns. He is our newest hire, I believe, as far as content goes. Naperville guy.
Naperville guy all the way.
Burns, welcome in, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. You know, we talked about doing this. I'm excited that we finally are. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's good to have you in. It's been great to have you on the stretch so far, and I'm excited to kind of learn more about you. So
100%.
So the things that I do know, because you're so out there as far as your fandom. Obviously, I know you're a fucking Bears fan. I know you went to ISU. You're probably the biggest Illinois State Redbirds fan, maybe on the planet.
I think so. I think I'm honestly up there,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that I really try and push.
Yeah, no, you got to be one of them. I know. I think the only people that could hold the shot at that title are the people actually from Bloomington Normal. You know,
That's
Bloomington
it.
or Normal, because those people are really diehards. Like
The other people that I could think of, like notable names that went to ISU right off the dome. Jane Lynch, she was a Redbird.
Mhm.
One of the guys from The Office. I was never an Office guy, so I don't know him. But like, that's really it.
Yeah.
And Jake from State Farm as well, who now works at one of the bars at ISU.
He still works at that bar?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Don't bring it up though.
Oh, he don't like it?
No,
Oh,
no.
shit.
If you
Come
go
on,
down there,
Jake.
not good. Not good.
Aren't his like pants hanging in the rafters?
Yes,
The
they have
khakis?
it right as you're walking back to the beer garden. They still got the khakis signed.
Listen, okay, you saying don't bring it up, that obviously means he doesn't like it. I am still not understanding why they just replaced him.
Either am I.
And-
It was awesome. And he was just, from my knowledge and from what I learned just being down there, he was just a regular worker at State Farm because their headquarters is right next to campus down there, right in the middle of Bloomington
Yeah.
Normal. And he just got asked to be in a commercial.
Yeah.
And then it just exploded.
Which is cool, but listen, if you want to change the character, you gotta kill off Jake and like make this
Exactly.
guy Frank. Like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
now we have
I'm right there
Frank
with
from
ya.
State Farm. I don't understand why they
No,
kept the same name
100%.
but moved along.
But yeah, no, that's a little origin story. I'm a brew house guy through and through, though. Bar right next door. That's my place. That's my stopping ground.
And what is Pub 2 is the bar that you were
Pub 2.
originally referring to? Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
Pub 2's all right. It's
Gotcha.
okay.
All right, I've been there. I don't know if I've been to Brew House.
Brew house is best. $3 24-ounce beers, cash only bar.
Good spot.
$6. Oh, it's the best meal if you're in college. I mean, down there we used to go all the time. $6 double smash cheeseburger and fries and a soda every day.
Man, college deals or just like surrounding high school deals, like
It was
those
surreal.
Those are just fake at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know how inflation hasn't caught them. So all right, you're 23,
23 years old.
which you're a fucking young kid. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I've seen you on the internet for a few years now, so I didn't really associate you being that young, but it's kind of shocking. Do people say that or no?
A decent amount, yes. It depends on where it is. I mean, I've been at this for 6 years at this point. I could go all the way back and start from day one if you really want to.
Well, yeah. So you grew up in Naperville, which
Grew
is
up in
for people that don't know. Obviously, like I'm sidestepping a lot of just like Chicago origin stories because I know where Naperville is. It's a large suburb in Chicago. Like,
Yes,
like
about an
one of-
hour out of the city.
Yes,
Give
one
or
of the
take.
biggest.
Yeah. So, born and raised in Naperville. I do know the stereotype, and I think it's all really funny, all the talk around Naperville, but my dad is blue collar guy. I mean, it's not like, I know people in Naperville who you go to their house and there's a Ferrari in the garage. There's multiple, like, it's just some of the craziest houses that I've ever seen there. But I mean, blue collar family, you know, my grandfather's a locksmith. You know, I come from a line of just like my daddy paints water towers. Like that's where I came from. But one thing that we always had my entire life was Bears season tickets. And it was basically, do we want to go on vacation or do we want to go to Bears games every year? And my mother was not really too happy with my dad most of the time, but we always kept those Bears season tickets. But going back in the day with media, I mean, it really started back in 4th or 3rd grade when I got for Christmas an iPod Touch. And I remember on there, it used to have the old TV logo, the YouTube app, and I was just hooked from day one. I would spend so much time on there. It was a problem whenever I get grounded or anything because I was always getting into trouble. Taken away. Can't go on there anymore. But then we get to middle school, and around 7th, 8th grade, me and my buddies are kind of like, let's just start making videos on there. You know, we used to watch all the vloggers back in the day, the David Dobrik's of the world, the Logan Pauls of the world, and we're like, let's just have fun, film some YouTube videos on our phones, and they're all privated, all gone off the internet now, not letting that see the light of day. But we just kept doing that, and it was really fun. And then eventually ended up in high school, Nico Valley High School. Absolutely loved that place. Had so much fun there. And instead of playing football, that's when I kind of made my decision, was after freshman year playing ball. And I'm like, I played since I was in 2nd grade. Do I want to keep playing ball, or do I want to get into the media side of things instead? So I started doing that. And shout out to my media teachers right away, because I wouldn't be doing any of this without them. Miss T, Mr. G, they're, you know, those teachers that you have that you just remember?
Yeah, definitely.
Them too. Those are the ones that I owe so much to them. But started doing the news at the school, Wildcat Weekly. We won a couple awards over the years. And started doing that, was in the production classes there as well. But then when I started doing this page, it was when COVID hit. It's March 2020. I'm working at Mariano's in my time away from school in the meat department with all my...
What year are you?
What year? High school graduation?
Yeah. Well, March 2020, what year are you?
Junior.
Junior in high school?
Junior in high school.
That's fucking me up right now that you were in high school for
I was
COVID.
a junior in high school.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So... And one of the crazy parts about COVID is I never quarantined a single day because I was working at the grocery store and I was an essential worker, even if I was just in the back of the meat department serving up steaks all day. But I didn't quarantine a single day, and I really made a decision after school initially got canceled for 2 weeks, which ended up being longer than that, was, all right, I graduate in about a year and a half. What do I want to be doing then? I was figuring out all the college stuff, that was all going on at the same time. But I was just kind of like, I've always wanted to do media. How do I really take it to the next level? And I was involved in all the journalism stuff, the hardcore stuff where you're making news packages and everything. And I liked it, but I'm like, I want to live that social media life so bad. So what I started doing is I started posting 8 videos every single day. I was just, at this point, I was posting random bullshit, whatever I thought was funny, talking about something, anything. And shout out to 2 of my hometown buddies, Ben and Jim. Every single night, I would go to work from probably 2:30, 3 o'clock till 10:30 at night, get home, shower, and then spend 3 hours writing down video ideas of what I could potentially do. And I'd call up those 2 every night. And I'd sit there and just say, is this stupid? Is it funny? And then they'd usually tell me that like half of them absolutely sucked. Do not post them. Do not do that. And then I would film them all, head to bed around like 5:30, 6 in the morning. Because when you first start, I don't think that people realize, like, when you're first starting and trying to film that many a day, it takes a while,
Oh, yeah.
Like now it's pretty just muscle memory. I can go in there and talk pretty well and get it done. But when I was first starting, it was taking me forever. And then I just kept doing that every single day. And it was so much fun. I enjoyed it, the hell out of it. And it wasn't a quick rise either at the same time. I used to have a tradition where I wouldn't check my notifications. I turned them off. I was only posting on TikTok then. I turned off my notifications on the app, and I would check every night when I got home from work to see if anything did good. And for about a month and a half straight, every video, maybe the highest it got was 5,000 views. And then one night I was at home, it was like 3:30 in the morning, and I completely forgot to check. And I'll never forget this. And I was playing Minecraft with my buddies. We were all in an Xbox party, chopping it up. And I remember, oh shit, I forgot to check. And I go and look, and one video is at like 250,000 views. And I screamed so loud that I woke up my entire family in my house. And ever since then, it just felt like chasing that high, you know? Like I was on the top of the fucking world at that point.
What was the video?
I think it was about Minecraft, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
It was just some stupid meme that I made about Minecraft. And that just took off right there. And I don't have those videos anymore because I'll get into it because that account is no longer with us.
Oh.
But I slowly just kept going at it. And then we get to the point around where football season starts. And I'm at probably 10, 12,000 followers on there, somewhere around there. It was just slowly but steady growing. And it's the first NFL Sunday of the year. The Bears play the Lions. And Mitch Trubisky goes out there. It was the comeback Bears. They came back and won in Detroit. Or they didn't come back and won. No, that was when, I forget who it was. He dropped the ball in the corner of the end zone. Detroit, the end of the game. But Mitch had a pretty damn good game. So obviously I make a video about the Bears talking shit about Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, saying that Mitch was the right pick in the draft, being a Bears fan as usual. And it does really well. And then I just go back to posting random bullshit again. And then a few weeks later, Bears had another big win. I forget when. I think it was the Atlanta game when Nick Foles turned into Superman at the end there. And I posted a Bears video again. It does really well. I mean, I'm watching these games every Sunday. I'm loving every second of it, as I have my whole life.
But was most of your stuff before this, was it mostly just like Minecraft shit? Like, was it not
No, it was
sports centric?
None of it was sports centric.
Okay, all right.
It was all just
like, because in my head, knowing what you do now, I just assumed you were always doing sports.
No.
Okay.
It was all just like random memes that I thought were funny. It was
okay. That's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, talking about music, anything. I was all over the place. Anything that I thought was it was mostly just like memes the whole time. Anything that I thought was funny, I'd just post that.
Yeah.
So then after that game, Bears video does really well once again. But I still didn't get the fucking hint that maybe that's what I should be doing until about November. And we used to go to my one buddy's house every Bears game during COVID. Every Sunday we go over there, all of us, even though, yeah, we probably shouldn't have at that time, whatever. But we would go over there, watch the games. And then it finally clicked, like, why don't I just start talking about the Bears full time? And from there, it was like a fucking rocket ship took off. And it wasn't the one thing that I want to make clear saying that is, yes, I always loved these Chicago Bears. I have my whole life. I just didn't put the two and two together for a while.
Yeah.
You know, but I started talking about them then. And then the best month ever, the whole month of January, I was shadow banned on there. Each video was getting like 300 views. And at this point, I'm probably at like 30,000 followers, which I was kind of like, what the hell's going on here? But then the month of February, I went from 30,000 to 60,000 in a month. And I'm like, okay, this is starting to get a bit serious. And this whole time, like my entire family, they had no idea what the hell I was doing. They didn't understand any of this whatsoever. My dad, especially, he was supportive of it, but he didn't get it. You know, nobody really got what I was doing here. And then.
And I'm sorry, you're how old at this stage?
This
isn't still the grocery store days, right?
It's still.
Oh, it's still. So
we're still working.
You're still
there.
junior, senior year of high school.
Yes, this is senior year, second semester of senior year. Just turned 18.
Okay,
that's where we're around. So then, keep firing off videos every single day. Keep going, and we get around to high school graduation, where I had the idea what I saw every YouTuber do out there. And I'm like, I need to drop some merch, you know, I need to do this. And what I decided to do is go with, I actually have it on my laptop right now. Where is it? Green Bay Sucks right here. That was mine because, I mean,
you made that one.
Yes. A lot of my content, I had shirts, hoodies, everything. Somewhere deep in my closet, I still have this hoodie and a couple others as well. But I decided on graduation night, I'm going to do merch drop and just see what happens. So I graduate high school, I drop the merch, and then I go to this graduation party that we were having, me and all my buddies. and I'm just watching my phone as I start getting a couple orders, and I'll be honest, I probably made like $1,000 from that, sold a couple hoodies, but it was like crack. It was the best day ever. Graduating high school, moving on, about to go down to ISU, and that was just the greatest time ever. And then right after this is when I actually met my girlfriend as well, which is a pretty cool story because it stems all from TikTok too. But that's a whole separate thing. But that whole summer, kept grinding, kept making content, and then I get down to ISU eventually, and at this point, at around 165,000, around there, just on TikTok alone, wasn't posted on Instagram anywhere else this whole time. And it's the second week of school, first week of the NFL season. This is Justin Fields' first. No, he wasn't starting this game. It was when the Bears played the Rams on Sunday Night Football.
Great game.
Great game. So at this point in school, 2 weeks in, you're friends with the people on your floor. You haven't really met that many people outside of your bubble yet. So we decided.
Oh, wait, no, this is the one we lost with Andy Dalton, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was
Yes.
thinking of the Jared Goff one in 2018.
Oh, yeah. No.
Bad game.
No.
I apologize.
No,
Wait a
bad game. But Justin did run one in. Remember, he came in.
Yeah.
This one, he ran one in.
Yeah.
But, so the game before this was Packers Saints. When Rodgers shit the bed, they looked like garbage, and they lost big to the Saints. Week 1. Decent big upset. And I made a video saying, just messing around, saying Rodgers is a fraud, whatever, Packers suck. And then me and my floor mates decided to go to B-Dubs to watch the Bears-Rams game that night. So we're walking over there, and I get a call from my girlfriend and my dad, like immediately, saying, your account just got deleted off the app. I'm like, what are you talking about? I open my phone, and I go on there, and all it says is, your account is deleted, no shot at appeal, nothing, just gone. Gone immediately. Just started at ISU, and now I'm back to square one. What the hell do I do?
That sucks, dude.
At this point, though, I made a lot of friends around the sports TikTok community, which is actually a lot of great people on there too, and I still talk to all of them to this day. So right away, I make a new account, and I film a video, and I woke up the next morning, and all of my buddies who were in this community and everything, they all posted videos, saying go to my new page, whatever. I woke up the next morning and was at 23,000 followers in one night. One night, I was completely shocked. It literally blew my doors off. And then from that point on to today, just kept going, just kept chipping at it. Eventually started posting on Instagram as well. And then eventually that led to Facebook too, where for some reason Facebook really, they like me. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I get a decent amount of hate comments on anything else, just like everybody on social media does. Facebook, I don't know what it is. I was shocked.
Hey, you hit the Facebook market.
Yeah, I guess. But no, just kept going to this day, and then eventually got the call from Big Cat to come here, and now we're here. I mean, during college, it was some pretty light shit. It was just keep going, keep grinding out content. I used to go live all the time on TikTok as well. I don't do that anymore, but no, that's really the origin story of it.
That's cool. It's funny how now the more that because I do this with mostly, God, almost everyone. I try to at least to have all the new hires on at some point and just kind of hear more about them and their story and whatnot. And it's kind of funny now that as I've gotten older with the company and new people have come in. Like you and Hannah and Annika, you guys all have a similar story. It was like you guys just posted a video that just went nuclear, and then you just chased that high ever since.
Yeah,
and just fucking went balls to the wall. But yours is cool because, like doing those videos after the shift at 10 p.m. It's like that's kind of what it takes. Yeah,
it was a grind then, for sure. And I really do miss that a lot. It was so fun. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed every second of it. Sometimes, I mean, obviously it would be disappointed when a video that you would post, it just doesn't perform or anything. But at the same time, I remember seeing one guy when I was at like 1,000 followers, and he's just like, you're going to make it big one day. You're going to do big things. And I'm like, that like meant a lot, seeing stuff like that early. And, I miss working at Mariano's.
Yeah, but the notion you miss working at Mariano's. What did you do there?
I was in the meat department.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I actually started off before COVID at the guac bar.
Okay.
I was serving up guacamole, and then on the weekends, they had me running around. I was the free sample boy.
Nice.
So everybody was taking the free samples. But what we did around COVID is me and like my high school friend group, we all got jobs there. We all got jobs in the same department. So every day when you go in, you're working with 3 of your buddies. And we just go back there and just get all of our shit done in 3 hours and then just hang out the rest of the night.
Did you ever man the grill?
Well, no, this is like the butcher.
So this is not. But they do. They cook for you though.
They do, and what we did, we were very smart, is we became boys with the grill. We
Gotcha.
became
Okay.
boys with the guys there, so we make trades with them all the time.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Oh,
smart.
Yeah. It was literally like I got fired from a couple jobs in high school too, but that was the one where I stayed there for a while. Centennial Beach, I got fired from there.
Yeah. I worked at Jewel my senior year, so.
Really? What'd you do at the Jewel?
I was in the produce department.
Okay.
So yeah, I was a produce pro.
The worst job ever there. I don't know how people bag groceries in cashier. I hated it. They had me do it like once.
Really?
And I was like, I'm never doing this again. And I almost got fired then because like a week later they asked me to do it again on Super Bowl Sunday. I was working the guac bar the whole morning, and then we ran out of avocados on Super Bowl Sunday. The line was a mile long to try and get this. And we run out of avocados, and I clean up, shut down the bar, everything, do the shutdown. Manager comes up, and he's like, all right, yeah, for the rest of your ship, you can go and bag groceries. And I just walked out the doors, went home, watched the Super Bowl.
That was
walked out the doors. It was bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think when I applied, like I had everyone telling me, being like, yo, produce is a good spot to be. You want to be in produce. Also,
it's chill.
Yeah, it closed at 9 too. So it was like, you'll never have a late shift. So that was another reason why I went for that.
That's the money right there.
Yeah, for sure.
But also the other preference though is like during this time, COVID, school wasn't real during that. Like that second semester after March 2020, like the rest of that semester, your grades, at least what Nikwa did, your grades stayed where they are. You didn't have to do any other assignments. You didn't have to do anything unless if you wanted to improve your grade. And I had one class where I had like 68 in it. So I did a couple assignments there to, get the GPA.
Boost it up, yeah.
Yeah, no, get a C in that class at least. That's another reason why I went to ISU. My grades weren't the best. They weren't the best.
Hey, but it's not the worst. I didn't get into ISU.
Really?
No. I was a really bad student though. My GPA sucked. My ACT score was low. I was not cut out for school, so to speak.
Okay.
But,
I mean, that happens to the best of us as well.
But it's more so a lack of, I didn't have a, I don't know. I didn't really try much. But then when I went to college, I did well. Like something clicked when I turned. When I went to college.
That was the problem that my parents had with me, is that I only tried at things I cared about. My media classes, I got an A every single semester in both of them, and like a 99 or a 98, whatever. And then any other class,
you just whatever. So did you do media at Illinois State?
Yes, I did. I wasn't really, you see, and I'll say this because I had a couple great teachers at ISU, and I still talk with a couple of them, and I loved their classes a lot. But I'll be completely honest here. I think I learned more from outside the classroom than I did in the classroom at ISU.
I don't think that's crazy. I think a lot of people would say that about college.
Like
a lot of people bitch about the price of it, and I understand it's very expensive, but I think the lessons you learn, like living on your own, around people around the same age, is kind of priceless.
No, 100%. From living in the dorm, and then I went and lived in the fraternity house for 1 year, and then me and 6 of my buddies, we got a senior house there for 2 years. I learned so much just from living with these people and just seeing the shit show of a college fraternity from behind the scenes and everything. That is where I definitely matured the most during college and, really started to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like the fraternity was kind of what lit the fire under my ass too, because you needed grades, at least in mine.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't have a 2.5 at the minimum, like you're out. So
yeah, needed grades, but
really busted my ass because of that.
You see, and that's where I was at such a crossroads because at ISU, like I took a couple classes where I was on the news station. I did like one story on the news station. Like that was our final project for that. And they were extracurriculars that you could have joined. Like I could, if I really wanted to, I could have been calling sometimes the men's basketball game on ESPN Plus, when they stream it. Sometimes it's student broadcast, but that world of journalism, it wasn't what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to do social media stuff, because I also just had in the back of my head that this is the future. That's the way the world's going.
Yeah, no, listen, a little different because social media wasn't what it was now I was in school from 2009 to 2013.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't like a newsroom guy either. Like I just I don't know. And I knew as far as my major was concerned, like that was the route to go, but I just like I don't know, it just wasn't all due respect if it's for you. It's nothing it's definitely never dull. Like you're always finding new stories and it was kind of cool in that respect. But like I don't know, I just didn't
the biggest things for me and the two things that I always just had in the back of my head is the two things I always wanted to do is number one, I wanted to be able to say whatever I wanted. And number two, I would never work for one of my favorite sports franchises ever. I couldn't do that. I couldn't work for the Bears. I couldn't work for the Cubs. I couldn't do that because you can't say anything bad about them. Mm-hmm. That's the big problem that I had. If I never become friends with a single Bears player, that's fine. But I'm going to be honest the whole time. I would love to become friends with all the guys on the team, everything, some point eventually during the roller coaster of social media. But also, if you don't play well on the field, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, and that's going to affect a relationship for sure.
Exactly. That's the biggest problem that I had with it. But
wait, so what's the girlfriend story? What do you mean?
Okay, so this is back to COVID. We're at my buddy's house, and we're watching some Bears game. And I made a video earlier that week, and my sister sends me a text during the game, and she goes, "This bitch copied your video, completely stole it." And looking back on it, that's very funny now because they're best friends. But she was pissed. And I go and open the page, and she did. And all the comments are filled with, "You literally just stole this from this guy." So everybody's just going after her, everything like that. And then she follows me, and then she DMs me on there saying, "Oh my gosh, your videos are so funny. What's your either number or Snapchat?" I don't remember. But one of those two. And I'm like, okay. And this is from a guy in high school. I mean, I was a little chubby kid, and I never I didn't get any woman in high school, all right? I'll be honest here. I didn't. But I was also obsessed with doing this shit, so wasn't really there for me. So all my buddies and me were like running circles around the basement like, holy shit, what's going on here? This is a bit crazy. And obviously I go and look at the Instagram, see, what's going on. And I see this small town in Wisconsin as one of the locations on one of the pictures. And this is the same small town, like when I'm talking small town, I'm talking very small, that my grandfather has a house in and that I go to probably 4 or 5 times a summer. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I send the creepiest message of my life, maybe sent 2 messages back and forth to each other. And I say, "Hey, do you know this town?" And she's like, "Yeah, I live here. I've lived here my whole life." So I'm like, okay. And we start talking a little bit more, kind of fizzle off because I only go up there like around summertime. So then summertime comes back around and I start talking again. And I'm like, "Hey, let's hang out when I'm up here. Check it out." And had the worst first, not date, but interaction ever. We go to the local like burger shop there that we've gone to whole lives. And it's me, 3 of my buddies, because they were coming up with me that weekend. And, I'm not just going to tell them to fuck off and sit at home by themselves. So it's me, 3 of my buddies, her, and it's really awkward at first, whatever. And then her parents were at the bars right next door, and they come and stop by in the middle of it. And it just is like, what the hell is going on here, But then being dumb high schoolers who just graduated, I'm like, all right, let's go. We'll go and get a case of beer and we'll go and have a bonfire at my house, So we go over there, and my mom is inside the house, and they don't care about drinking like that, whatever. They don't care what we're doing. We're down by the fire, and then I get a call from my mom who's in the house, and she's like, there's some guy banging on the door right now looking for the girl that you're with. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it was her dad and her younger brother and his three friends, because they wanted to say what's up because they've watched our videos, and everything. But this is at like 10 o'clock at night. My mom's alone in the house. She's like, what the hell is going on here? So she starts freaking out, just like, he's never going to want to see me again. But one thing that I just don't care about is I'm like, she was cool to hang out with. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll hang out again. I don't care about that. And the craziest part of the story is she lives 3 minutes down the road from the house that I've had there my entire life.
That's pretty wild.
And I've gone up there my entire life and everything. And then eventually just kept talking through that. But yeah, so I am very grateful to TikTok to meet my girlfriend.
You're very grateful for her just ripping your video off.
Exactly. No, it's the funniest thing ever to this day now to just bring that up and be like, yeah, this all started because you copied my fucking video. Are you kidding me? Seriously? And now
hilarious.
we've been 5 years, August 21st.
Wow.
So
Damn.
crazy. Yes.
You've been going since you're like 18.
Yeah.
Damn, that is wild. Especially like how the fuck does she? I obviously I know you're not naming the town intentionally, but I would like to know off camera. Because
yes. No. I
how small it is.
It is.
Would be interesting.
There is a famous NFL player from there too, but that kind of just gives it away. But that's fine.
Lead the crumbs.
Yeah, I'm actually going up there next weekend. You might be coming with us, maybe, to go and play slots.
Oh, I have Sydney's wedding, so I not go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
okay.
No.
I want to see if you were coming.
I know. I want to go play slots with Mikey Betts and Mark loves casinos, but
I absolutely love that.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Fired up.
Yeah, so I'm jealous you guys get to do that. Damn. All right. So yeah, then that leads you to this. Like you were kind of you worked with it was like, were those your buddies you were doing stuff with before this? Because I was under the impression you like owned a company or you were with a media company.
So, am I allowed to name other sportsbook on here that I worked for before here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I worked for MyBookie. That was like what paid the bills. So I graduated college, and I wanted to move to the city so bad, even though at this point I was making good money throughout college, doing social media stuff. But senior year just kind of burnt a hole in the bank account. But living at home for a month and a half, I'm like, all right, I got to get the hell out of here. Love my parents to death, love my family to death. But I'm like, I need to get my own place and go back to how I was at college. That was the best. So got an apartment in Wrigleyville, and I started working full-time for MyBookie, who I did multiple sponsorships throughout college with. And it was like the best situation ever, because they hit me up in like May saying, hey, we're looking for a guy to come on and just help us grind out content and anything. And I'm like, I would absolutely love to do that. I'm looking for a job right now, just graduating. So that's what really paid the bills coming here before this. And then I moved to the city, and as I was about to move there, I saw a TikTok from this guy, Charlie, just saying, we're looking for a quote unquote intern who's 21 years of age, a guy in Wrigleyville. I'm like, okay, that's the exact criteria that I fall under. So I hit him up, and then we went and had a couple drinks, whatever, and he started this company probably 3-4 years ago called Day Drink, which is just media company, merchandising, stuff like that. And number one, I got to throw a prop this way. This guy is one of the fucking hardest working guys I've ever met. Like, it is 13 hours every single day doing the back end stuff of this company, doing the media stuff, all of it. I don't know how the hell he does it, but started working with him, and then eventually got more and more integrated with it. And I did content with him for a long time until I eventually ended up coming here, probably 7 months, about somewhere around there. Yeah.
Were they upset that you left, or how did that end out?
Not really upset. It was more just like this all happened out of nowhere in the span of I started talking to Chuck one week, and then I got a call the next week saying, hey, you want to come work here? They weren't really upset. I mean, it just kind of was a shitty situation, but overall they're like, that's an opportunity that you can't say no to.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that situation.
Mm-hmm. Damn, and now we're here. Like we covered your whole work life and
basically.
Yeah.
No, work life is fun.
Because that's honestly how I became aware of you a couple years ago just from seeing your videos. Like you are you put them up, dude, and I think that's a big point. Like obviously they're good too, but like obviously just getting videos out and just doing them, like you do a great job in making sure like you always have shit up.
No, I appreciate that. One of the things that I try and pride myself on, besides when I got banned for a week from posting from I forget when it was. It was 2021 or 2022. That was like the worst week of my life. I'm anxious as hell because it's just like I have to do it every day, you know, or else it drives me crazy. But from March of 2020 to now, I post at least one video every single day. And I mean, if I'm going like on a trip or something for the weekend, I'll pre-film a bunch of shit before and then just fire it off. But I've tried to post at least once every single day.
Good for you, dude.
Consistent content. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
It's just, because the number one tip to anybody starting to try and do social media, the number one thing is just you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
And the challenge that I've given to multiple of my friends who have come to me, especially during college, I had so many guys come up to me, even at the bars, just saying like, dude, I want to start doing it. Then just do it. But here's the challenge that you have to do. Post one video every single day for a month. I think there's only been one person that I've told that to that's actually gone through with it the whole way, because they'll have 2 weeks of, oh, this video got 60 views. I had one get 1,000, but then after that, nothing performed. And they eventually gave up. And that's what drives me crazy is I'm like, you got to be there and you got to just go. You got to keep going with it, man.
No
matter what.
You're definitely right about that. And I think, I think it's hard for people to, and there's this notion that people know what you're supposed to do. That's not the case. Like, I'm sure you post many videos like, I don't think this one's going to do anything. And then it fucking blows up.
Exactly.
Or there's ones you think that are going to be great and then it does.
Oh, it is never the ones that you think are going to do.
Yeah.
It is never those. It's maybe every once in a blue moon where you'll like grind out a video about something and it does well. And that's one of the best feelings ever. That's great. But it's always just the bullshit that you post. Like during the NFL draft, for example, there's this one Family Guy cutaway that's Sneakers O'Toole. That's a pretty big meme on Instagram. And I did a voiceover of it. And just for fun, I made it in like 5 minutes and it got like over 1 million views on all platforms together. This stupid video that took me 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
But
you just don't know.
No, you never do. And right now is obviously such a weird time too, because it's the peak of the off season. You know, I really try. This is when content gets hard because I mean, the Cubs are making my life a bit easy.
Yeah. But
also primarily talking about the Bears. How do you keep people engaged in the middle of May? Mm-hmm. How do you keep people, once you get through May and June, it's smooth sailing.
Need that damn schedule to come out.
Yeah. Schedule comes out and we figure that out. And hopefully me and Dave were talking about, we figure out a trip to Buffalo to go and see the new stadium and see the Chicago Bears play there. But no, like right now it's just the rough patch of everything too.
Yeah.
But
what is anything else like, how have you liked working here so far?
Working here so far, it's been really fun. The first like 2 weeks were just like, what the hell is going on? Like it just didn't feel really real being here just because I'm around all these people that I've watched for forever. And I'm like, I'm in this office now every day. It felt like a surreal feeling, but now I've really started to settle into it more. Yeah. It also doesn't help that I'm a very shy person when I'm first around like a bunch of new people like this, you know, but given it a couple months and especially when football season hits, I'll be 100% settled in, ready to roll with everything. And it's been exciting. I mean, the encouragement that I've got from a lot of people, especially even just going out in the city with my buddies, is just everybody telling me, dude, congrats on Barstool. That's huge. And it really does mean a lot. It does. It means a lot to be here. And I hope to just keep going.
Good.
Know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? Any other story?
And any other thing you want to kind of do? Like, what's your? Or it's just like, hey, I love the Bears. I love Chicago sports. Like, that's my.
Oh, you see, I have a lot of niche interests a lot of niche interests out there too. I've kind of talked to you about it as one thing, and it's a very touchy subject on the internet. But I am a massive theme park nerd. That is like one of my biggest things ever since I was a kid, specifically the Orlando parks, and specifically one company who the people who are grown adults who like this, they get a lot of hate, but they ruin it for themselves. That's one thing that pisses me off so much. Look, I love going to Walt Disney World. It's one of my favorite places to ever go to. Epcot is one of the greatest places ever created. It is a fantastic place. It's incredible. They have one of the best roller coasters of all time. All of the rides there are incredible. The food is great. The drinks are great. It is the best money that you could ever spend going there, but there's so many people who fucking ruin it. And that's what kills me.
So you're a Disney adult?
No. No, I'm not using that term.
I mean, honestly, I'll be honest. Like, if there's one thing I've learned today is that you're kind of still a kid. Like,
I am.
The fact that you just, for some reason in my brain, you talking about being in high school during 2020 of COVID kind of broke my brain today. Like, I kind of view you differently right now.
I know. I mean,
not in a bad way.
No,
like, I'm like, oh
it.
fuck, you know?
Yeah,
like, oh,
I'm
shit.
very fortunate to be young, and the one gripe, which is the funny thing with you saying that, the one gripe that I have of myself is that I'm mad at myself for not starting this thing when I was younger. That I wish that I started doing this like freshman year of high school.
You started so young already, though.
I know, but that's like the one gripe that I have.
So far ahead of the curve.
And I would have been even more of an idiot if I started then. So I'm kind of happy I didn't.
Sure.
But at the same time, I still have a lot of maturing to do 100%. Everybody does. But I just wish I started a little bit.
I didn't go full-time at Barstool until I was 28.
I know. It's just like, I just have that little gripe that I wish I started earlier, even though I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But no, not a Disney adult. Because of all the people who are super cringe out there and fucking ruin it.
What do they do? Like, what's a cringy thing that someone does that ruins it?
I hate talking shit about other creators or anything because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus and I don't want to be an asshole. Plus size park hoppers, man, they fucking ruin it. Like that's a bad.
What the fuck is that?
Do you not know who these people are?
I know zero of what I have a guess. Is it like an overweight person who
multiple
park hops?
So it's like 6 of them. And they're very large humans, and
this is like an account, or this is a group of people. Okay.
Yep. And they go around to all of the different theme parks, not just Disney, but in Orlando as well. And they fat test the ride vehicles to see who can fit on every single ride. And it's so bad. It's so bad, man. It drives me crazy. I'm not the best looking guy in the fucking world, but it's like, man, what are we doing here? It's things like that, and the people that I see.
And what do they like complain if it's not up to standard?
No, they just say like, oh, if you're a 6XL, you can't fit on this ride, but anywhere from 2 to 4XL, you're good. And they get dragged through the fucking mud. Mm-hmm. They get dragged through the.
But is it like a complaint account or a little more of like an informational account?
Informational, but at the same time they post a lot of like cringy TikToks where it's
gotcha.
acting like a 5-year-old in an amusement park, you know, which, you know, that is kind of the whole mentality of the place, that you're supposed to feel like a kid when you go there, but at the same time there's guidelines to it. But then there's people on the other side where one of my guys, I want to shout out his page. He is. I met up with him when I was down in Orlando last year and drank around the world with him in Epcot. And he is the perfect creator for me. His name is JVTV on everything. And he lives down there. He loves the theme parks, everything. But he's the type of guy who could sit in this chair right here, have a couple beers with us, talk sports and everything. And that guy just changes the whole fucking narrative of the whole thing. And that's what I love. I love people like him. Park Pros is a great page. He's this guy who just travels around the world going on all the roller coasters he can. He's super cool. Talk with him a little bit. But no, it's just one of my favorite places to go to. And I'm a nerd in the sense where I watch the hour-long documentaries on YouTube, learning about the history of every single ride, learning about my favorite is the what ifs could have happened there. Oh my goodness. Do you know how many fucking things they had planned and just never came to fruition? Mm-hmm. Which it is some of the wildest shit to me. In the Japan pavilion at Epcot, for example, this is the one that I'm obsessed with and I'm so mad they didn't do it. You've been to Epcot, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, like around the world showcase, they have a decent amount of rides. I mean, now they have Frozen in Norway. They got the Grand Fiesta Tour, one of my favorite rides in the Mexico Pavilion. They have Ratatouille now in France, which is just an okay screen ride. But they were going to build Mount Fuji in the back of Japan and have it be a Mount Fuji roller coaster. That's the coolest fucking thing that I've ever heard. And that's so cool. Are you kidding me? And the fact that, like, this is pretty borderline shit, but I mean, the fact that Epcot was actually supposed to be a city is crazy. The experimental prototype community of tomorrow, that's what it stood for. And if you go on the People Mover at Magic Kingdom, they actually have a replica of what it was supposed to be when Walt was still alive. And it was supposed to be a fully functional city with People Movers. It was going to be a big circle and one big tower in the middle with where people would go to work, whatever. And then it was just a community where you moved around by People Movers, and anything that you needed was in this community. It was pretty close to happening.
Really?
Until Walt died. It was pretty close to happening. He's one of the most interesting people of all time. I've done multiple papers in like school and everything about him. One of the most interesting people of all time.
I don't disagree with that. Obviously, highly successful and
100%.
You know.
But that's like a niche that I'm into. The other one is just my music taste is very weird in general. I listen to a lot of just different things. Like I can jump from Playboy Cardi and Kanye West to go over to Jimmy Buffett to then go over to some EDM and then go over to some rock and then go over to some 2000s pop. Like the playlist is just fucked. It's
you're a damn wild card, man.
a little bit. A little bit of a wild card. I can listen to a lot of things, but I have become lately a massive parrot head. I am in love with Jimmy Buffett. I love everything about it. And I hate that I wasn't able to see him live, but like I listened to all his popular songs, whatever, for a long time, but now I've started to just dive into it all. He lived the ultimate life.
Oh, yeah.
The ultimate life. I mean, you make music about just sitting on the beach, having a good time, and that's exactly what he did with all of his time. It's crazy to me. I love him. I'm trying to think of other niche interests. You see, the weird part is that I never get like asked these questions like this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm learning a lot here. I'm just taking it in. What's your favorite ride at Six Flags Great America?
I think that Six Flags Great America is a fucking dump, if I could be completely honest.
Come on.
It's a shit show. When I was a kid and went there, it was fine. But now I went there about 2 years ago, and there's garbage everywhere. It's not clean.
But they just got taken over by the Ohio one.
They
right?
did. Cedar Fair bought them. Cedar
is it-
Fair, fantastic company.
When the possible things are going to change and be on the up?
I don't think so. I mean, the new roller coaster that they added looks pretty decent, but the problem is the whole Six Flags company is just fucked because they didn't get taken over. It was a merger because the old CEO of Six Flags, he was just a brain dead idiot is the best way to put it. And he had no idea what he was doing. Every single park, even Magic Mountain, even over Texas, they were losing money every single month. And those are landmark theme parks in the world. How are you losing money there every month? And they tried to flip-flop so fast. They went at first, okay, let's make tickets super expensive so that there's less people in the theme parks, quicker lines, but we still make the money at the end of the day. Everybody fucking hated that. And then they go, oh, this didn't work. Let's make it super cheap so that everybody can afford to go. In perspective, very good thing. But then you go there and every single ride is over 100-minute wait. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But favorite ride, I love the dark ride that they have there. It's called like Justice for Metropolis. It's like one of those shooter dark rides that you're in with all the superheroes and everything. That's a good one. I'm always a fan of Raging Bull's awesome.
It's a legend. That's the OG. I mean, that was the new one when I was a kid.
Max Force is crazy, even though it's short. It's so short. I think it's like a 0 to 80 mile per hour launch, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere around there. But
is that V2?
No. This is like a newer launch coaster
right.
that they have.
Because it's not called V2 anymore, right? It's not vertical, it's not vertical velocity.
It's something with the Flash.
Yeah.
Something with the Flash. I do know that. But I'd say those two are probably my two favorites. It's just, I have no interest in going there. You know where I did go in January, though, and I went there, and I was kind of shocked how much I liked it. I went up to the Dells.
Oh, nice.
I went up to the Dells, me and my buddies.
Where in the Dells?
We got an Airbnb, and we actually didn't even swim once there. We ripped the bar strip there, which was awesome, and went to the Del Bar for dinner. Holy cow. The Wisconsin supper clubs, that's another thing for me. I am in love with them. I really love Wisconsin, but I hate all their sports teams, which sucks, but I absolutely love it there. Like, they're, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, there's a pretty
the
good...
Dell Club over at Schnalla?
No, it's not all day.
Oh, yeah.
All day, but it wasn't in season. And I hit both of these this past year when I started getting into like the supper club lore and everything. And Ishnala was one of the best meals that I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I really enjoyed it. If you don't know what Ishnala is, it's this supper club in the Wisconsin Dells where you go in there, there's no reservations. You go and sit at the bar. You have a couple drinks while you're waiting. They have like 4 bars across this property.
There's a little bit of a scam going though. Like they send you to the bar intentionally. I think they freeze you out in the bars to make you buy some drink, which I get it. It's
they
all
do,
business.
but you go and sit at the bar and
it's nice.
It's a cocktail hour.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah,
it's a cocktail hour, and you go out there and you enjoy yourself. And I absolutely, that was my favorite part of the whole meal, was sitting at the bar. They had some guy playing some live music down by the beach.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. And the food, I mean, it's not the best dinner that you're ever going to have.
Yeah.
But it's a cheaper steakhouse, and it's incredible. I love it, man.
Yeah. No, it's good.
When it's all said and done, like, good odds that I end up in southern Wisconsin when it's all said and done. That's probably where I would
see. Now that's crazy. It's a great, I like going up there to visit, but I don't think I could ever.
But the problem is that my lady's going to probably end up working in Milwaukee, so I really have no other choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like me being a hardhead. But I also like never want to leave the city proper of Chicago, so that's why
I've loved living here. I've loved it so much. I mean, I've been here since July, so I'm relatively new to, the city lifestyle and everything, and I love it. There are a lot of aspects that I do miss about the suburbs. I miss being able to just drive home and pull in my driveway and park my car instead of every single time I go home searching for 10 minutes to find a spot. I miss, what else do I miss from back home? I mean, I miss people from back home, but that's way different, whatever. But even though they're only an hour away, but I don't see them every day like I used to. But I miss the fact, like in Naperville, there's that one road where it's just every single chain restaurant that you can want imaginable. Anything is just right there. In Chicago, I love all the mom and pop shops, the local places, go and support them, and I do go to them. I think I've narrowed it down to my spots now. I think I've found my spots.
There you go.
Across the city. Wings, if I'm feeling pricey, I get Big Sauce every time because those are just incredible.
Great.
Woody's Flat is up there too, though. Woody's Flat is
I haven't had that yet, but I've been to Woody's. Great bar.
Oh, they grill them, and they're incredible. That's my wing spot. My pizza one is right by my place. Michael's in Buena Park.
On Broadview?
Yeah.
Yeah, Broadway, excuse me.
It's a perfect place. Whenever I have my buddies there and we have a big day, we're going to do something all day Saturday. They come in like Friday night and just go and have a pitcher and some pizzas over there.
It's a great spot for a beer and a pizza.
Fantastic. And that's all you need. You need a pizza spot, a wing spot, and I'm happy.
And that's the thing. It's not even like spectacular pizza, but it's just a good vibe. It's just a good vibe to sit there.
Oh, you have their white pizza?
No, I haven't had their
white pizza. White pizza is ridiculous. It's
good. It's solid. It's good. I'm not shitting on it, but
that's my exact type of thin crust. Is that cracker thing?
Yeah.
Just go to town on it.
I get that.
But
yeah, no, I mean, supper clubs, I could definitely meet you there. I share the same passion for that. I think I've gone through that rabbit hole of theme parks too. Like if you want to go see something, be terrified, go to the incidents page on Wikipedia on Walt Disney or Six Flags. It'll scar you for life.
Disney, I mean, the worst incident off the top of the dome is the America Sings incident. That was a bad one.
I don't remember that one.
It was a rotating theater, and then somebody got crushed between the door when it was rotating.
But that is a long time ago, right?
Yes, this was
60s or something.
I want to see if I can get it. I think it was like 1993 when this happened.
Oh, 93. That's
pretty sure.
A lot more recent than I thought. That's
yeah, I think it was around like 93, somewhere in that bubble right there. But also, I don't know. It's just the lore from there is so interesting, and I could just go on for hours talking about all these different rides and what they used to be, what they are now. My favorite ride there in general, it's not even a ride, it's a show, is I think the Carousel of Progress is one of the greatest shows to ever exist. Have you been on the Carousel of Progress?
No. You briefly mentioned it to me, though. They're like redoing it or something, right? Or
They are, and they're adding a Walt Disney animatronic at the beginning that breaks down the plan of the Florida project being Walt Disney World, which I'm going to geek out when I see that for the first time. But it's a show. It's a rotating theater that brings you around to 4 different scenes, and each scene, at least the version now, it starts off in, I want to say, the early 1900s. And it's a guy in his living room in each set, and he breaks down saying, like, oh, we don't have a refrigerator, but we have an ice box right here that keeps all the food cold for us for 3 days. And then we have to replace the ice box. And we wash the dishes by hand. And then it goes through, it jumps like 20 years. And it shows, oh, we have a refrigerator now. We have this and that. And, the song in the show is It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. And just how the world keeps innovating. And it's a really inspiring show. If you sit there and watch the whole thing, it's just like to dream big and keep moving forward, keep inventing more. And that's the thing that I love about that place, especially, is some of the rides. Obviously, you go on like the Star Wars ride. Yeah, it's just a Star Wars ride, whatever. But when you go and see the old stuff like that, Spaceship Earth, for example, which Eddie did shit on, and I'll hold it against him for forever. That's a big nerd out ride for me too, because it's all about the innovation of communication throughout time and how it started off by writing hieroglyphics in Egypt and then eventually moved to people writing, and then it goes to newspapers and the television and everything. And rides like that where they used to call it it was like half educate, half attraction. I forget the exact word, but it was like the two together. And I hate that they're shying away from that so much. I hate it because that's what it used to be everywhere. And it's where you go there, you learn something, but it's also a really cool ride at the end of the day. And that's what gets me. That's what I absolutely love.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Carousel of Progress.
Carousel of Progress, one of the greatest shows ever. Literally just look it up on YouTube and watch it. I watch it a lot. It's one of my favorites.
Nice. Burns, thanks for jumping on, man. Follow Burns. What's all your handles and everything?
At Connor.Burns3 on Instagram, TikTok, and then Twitter at TheRealBurns3. I really just use Twitter for fun, though. So
yeah,
if you want to pop on there. So,
beautiful.
I
Burns,
appreciate it so
thanks,
much.
dude. Appreciate you. We'll do this again sometime.
Hell yeah.
Interesting guy. I don't know. My biggest takeaway was that you were in high school for COVID. And that broke my brain. So
young guy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of learning to do and a lot of fun to be had. So
well, good for you, man.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday. We will see you then.
Sweet.